this is for the one who ain't never had a love, yeah. This one's for the girl who don't feel like she's enough, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one's for the cool kid playing on the school team, crying to himself cause he never had the prom queen. Head full of wants, but they said it's just a pipe dream, yeah. This one's for the kids like me, they ain't never had one day. The ladies always turn their cheek, but they ain't let the fat ones sing. This one's for the kids like me, kept working when they had nothing. When people try to take their dreams, they stuck it to them, please don't change. For the
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Alex Cuesta Show. How is everybody doing out there on this Wednesday, January 28th, 2026, episode number 188? Dave, you are just a picture. How are you?
Yes, I am just a picture for at least for a bit. I'm just waking up after a pretty good nap, so
It may be better off this way.
Yes.
It could definitely be better off that we just don't see you and people don't have to vomit profusely.
That works.
Oh, Dave, quickly, did you hear that one of our people on our little intro video is under some hot water?
No, who?
Allen Iverson.
Oh, I think I saw something about that. I can't
We'll
remember.
we'll pull in our guest before we do that, but
Yeah.
wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. Whether it's YouTube X, Facebook Kick, Rumble, smash that like button, follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow us on the socials at the Alex Cuesta Show. Last time we did an interview, we had Caveat Ties, aka Roland Weingart, on the show, and I was able to talk to him. Dave, you weren't here, and we talked about all of his fun stuff going on, the books, and Caveat more than likely will be in the chat today. So we always like to do that type of stuff, but we're not going to waste time because this gentleman is a busy man. Let's bring him in. Our guest today, this is the Ray. He is a gaming content creator over on Rumble, and you will have some fun if you watch him because you'll be entertained by what he says or maybe how he's playing. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Ray, what's up?
I told your people to introduce me as a massive disappointment, end quote. I thought that's where we landed. He is a massive disappointment.
Nice. Hey, there's Caveat Ties. Hey, what up, Caveat? So, yeah, I want to bring you in because I know you like sports as well. Did you hear about Allen Iverson in hot water right now?
I have not seen what's going on with Allen Iverson, but I will say I really enjoy that you've got a Madden crossing route as your logo. It's my favorite. Like, very well done.
It's amazing. It's amazing because we go everywhere on the show. Hence,
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. So at the X position that's crossing it out, if you're in a cover 2 shell and the 2 safeties are high, and I would just audible him to run just a straight dig, first down every time.
Yeah.
But the only other thing I would do, except for the guy on the left side that's just running a quick in, I would have him go in and just sit because everyone going high will make everyone go up.
It depends on the coverage, though. A lot of people that play Madden, I don't know why we're opening with Madden. This is like idiotic. I'm just here we are. A lot of people that play Madden don't understand that, like, obviously, like you call your offensive play and you go to the line with the concept of what you want to do, but then you have to see what the defense is giving you. And if you can't quickly hot route and audible to take advantage of the defense, you're cooked. If you can do that, you'll win 100-0 every time.
It's really funny because yesterday, before I just went and was doing like just my whatever hangout stream that I do, I was actually talking to the head football coach of my alma mater from Jersey, and we were quite literally going over because he's implementing a new offense onto his team. So it's hilarious you were opening up with that because we were just going over concept upon concept. I got
a bunch of family up in Nutley, so we do a lot of time in like Hoboken and Nutley and in the city and all that kind of stuff. My wife's father's whole side of the family, like in generations, is up in Nutley, and so we do the Jersey things from time to time.
Yeah, my mom and dad, they're from North Jersey. My dad's from Newark. My mom's from Passaic.
Passaic.
Area.
Yeah, we know it well.
I will also say, though, it does depend on the Madden. Because some Maddens, the linebackers act a little differently.
Can I just say that this idiotic precision passing garbage in Madden for the last 3 years is terrible, and literally the first thing I turn off every time I play a new Madden.
I
Yeah.
stopped playing Madden because it just hasn't gotten better. Like marginally, but for the most part, I will go back and play 2K8.
Yeah,
over
the Terrell
any
Owens cover. Yeah, the thing to me that really bugs me about Madden is once upon a time the run game was actually pretty smooth, and you could intentionally cut back, plant, and cut through a hole. And now everything is so flow. There's a penalty now, not like a flag penalty, but there's a gameplay penalty if you get the ball in the backfield as a running back, and like if you hit your acceleration or your speed burst too early, it like magnets you to get tackled.
Yes.
Like
So
you
funny.
like you have to not burst until you've gotten through the line and into the second level, and then you're allowed to run away. Or literally, you can watch it happen. Linebackers, defensive linemen, anyone that's in an area of you will shed blockers and jump through blockers and immediately just take you down because you hit the button. It's the dumbest.
Yeah,
thing.
they're like trying to force you to read the holes while you're running instead of just allowing you to do what you want. And it just completely penalizes you for trying to just accelerate too early. Yeah, no,
I mean, if I know the flow of the play,
yeah,
guys, I'm a football nerd, so sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
No,
I
that's
understand the flow of the
you're in the
play,
right
and I'm
house.
supposed to be cutting through the 0 hole or even the 2 hole, right?
Yes.
And I know that I'm on a counter, and my first step is going to be to the left, and I truck stick or juke stick, as they used to call it, or even back when it was R1 and R2 or whatever, or R1 and L1, or whatever they were, that were the actual cuts.
Yeah.
That I would wait for him to sell the inside step and then hard cut off that plant foot and burst through the hole. Oh, dude, that's number one. That's football.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that is how the game is played. So this idea that I have to like really slowly pick my hole and walk through it, and then if I shed the first blocker at level number 1, now I can burst through. It's so stupid. Like, it's just dumb.
Well, they're trying to make everything into like a zone scheme instead of trying to do like, an actual play and let you read it. And then, okay, I know which hole I'm supposed to be in. Let me get there and run off their ass as they open it up. Everything is zone scheme. Everything's Le'Veon Bell. Everything is what Christian McCaffrey does. And even though Christian is a lot more decisive, but no, I understand. Listen, I miss when Madden, when you would just press the X button and your guy would just tuck a million times.
Yeah, I mean, I
There was no
remember when
speed
like the
burst. You
hit
just
stick and the
tuck
truck
things.
stick came out, and like those were countering each other, and I thought that was such a cool mechanic. That was the Ray Lewis cover. I think that's what 2005.
05. Yep.
Yeah.
05 with Ray Lewis.
Yep.
And like the trucks, the hit stick was so devastating. But if you timed that truck stick right, man, that was equally
mean.
devastating. And you could really bowling ball off of some stuff. It's funny. My son's 13, and he's just really gotten into Madden like two years ago in college football. He really got into the game. That's transversely gotten him really into football. It's one of those things, like I never want to force my kids to be into the same things that I'm into. So like I'm a musician. I play like 4 different instruments. My kids play no instruments. Like I've never forced them to. I bought my son a guitar last summer because we were going to like start playing together, and immediately he hated it. And I was like, all right, well, I'll take his guitar back. He's like, no, it looks great on my wall. Just leave it there. And I'm like, dude, like whatever, that's fine, whatever. I mean, I think you can see, you can see 2 of my guitars in the back right there.
Yeah.
Is that one of your one of a kinds? Because I remember I was watching you
have
on a stream with a one of a kind.
It's kind of out of the shot. It's against the wall on this side.
Yeah.
That is a 1-of-1 Martin custom shop, and I love
so
it
sick.
more than anything. That's not true. I love it more than most things. That was that's like my son like started playing Madden. He really enjoyed playing Madden, and then I don't think that people understand this. Like using video games as an entry level to football IQ really functions. Like he started to understand what he was watching me watch on TV, and like he like we don't miss football games. We're a football family. We come together. We have a bunch of food. We watch the game. We scream and yell. We punch holes in walls when the Cowboys win. Like we do all the things that we do.
My wife's a Cowboys fan.
We're
sorry.
awful. Like we are Redskins fans, and it just is. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And so he watched the draft for the first time with me and my dad. My dad was in town. We watched the draft when Jaden Daniels got picked. And so of course he carried all of my opinions. Like this guy's an unbelievable athlete. He's way too little. Is he going to hold up? And like year 1, I thought I was wrong. Like he held up pretty good. I mean,
he RG3'd you. Like you got RG3'd by 2 guys.
No, but see, that's the thing. See, I worked for the Redskins during RG3.
Yeah.
If you go back to 2000 and what was that? 2011's draft, 2012. It was the 2012 season. So hold on.
Yeah.
Landon was born on December 26, 2012. So it was the 2012 draft because it was 2013 playoffs. The NFL numbers are weird.
Yeah.
So in April of 2012, I was at his press conference and I sat in the Redskins PR room beneath what was then FedEx Field, what's now Northwest Financial, I think is what it's called now.
Every single place is named after a bank.
Yeah. And you know what? But here's what's great, because here's what I think is going to happen. The beautiful Washington Stadium render that came out for the stadium that we're building back on the RFK site in 2030. Which, can we just talk about the fact that people are stupid? Like, people are dumb. There are Redskins fans, Commanders fans, whatever you want to call them,
They're
all over
Redskins.
social media that are
real
like,
quick on that, I will call the Redskins a different name if their name didn't suck. The Commanders is a shit name.
I don't
hate the
agree
name.
with you, actually.
I hate the name.
So here's why I hate it, because I do hate it, but I don't think the name's bad. I hate it because it's not Redskins.
It should be the Redskins. The history of the
it should be.
Redskins is just
I
way too
don't
long.
disagree with you. I hate it. I want to be very clear. There is no name that will ever replace it.
No, that's true.
Like, there's nothing. But if you remove yourself from that, okay,
That's different.
and you compare, now I will say this: some of the branding choice has been really dumb. I'm not arguing that. The white uniform is god awful.
I
The
like the
helmet's
Washington
fine.
football team. I was a fan of
Stupid.
Washington.
No,
I
you know
was
why I
not.
don't like this.
I was
So
not.
here's the thing: like, I was one of the guys that was on ESPN and Outside the Lines and arguing for them to keep the name. I was like the guy. I was almost on the Daily Show. They wanted me to go on and be a ringer that they made fun of because I was willing to defend the name.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Outside the Lines did the same thing to me. Outside the Lines brought me on ESPN Live from DC to talk about the name and why I thought it shouldn't change. And brother, like, we rocked them. Like,
As we
we
should.
rocked Outside the
The
Lines.
history behind
That's
that
the thing.
is
The history of the name
Yeah.
and all of the details and the artistic expression in the uniforms and the logos for the skins have also been fantastic. It's actually some of the best NFL logo and
It is legacy. Here's the thing. Let's go really quick for your viewers so we can make sure we talk. I mean, we're talking football. You're going to get me here.
it's okay.
4 hours.
Listen, we
We're
talk
at
everything
hard
on this
boys.
channel.
Yeah. So here's the deal. The Washington Redskins were originally the Boston Braves, established in 1932.
Yep.
They were Boston's football team. After 2 seasons, so this is like 1934-ish, depending on how you look at the NFL calendar, they lost the lease for their stadium that they were playing in ran out. The owner at the time went to the owner of the Boston Red Sox and leased out during the fall Fenway.
Mhm.
So the Boston Braves played at Fenway. And as a show of gratitude and appreciation, they changed the name from the Boston Braves to be the Boston Redskins, so that Fenway would house the Boston Red Sox and the Boston Redskins.
Yep.
It was not, I don't know why I have to say this out loud in 2026. It is not a disparaging remark over Native American skin color, which, by the way, is brown and not red at all. It was a reference to the red, black, and white war paint that the natives wore. But more than anything, it was clever wordplay to thank the Red Sox owner for giving them a place to play when they had no place to play.
But you want to give logic, history, and knowledge to people that just want to yell racism. And that's the thing. When you're trying to bring logic to an emotional debate, it just doesn't work. Like, it's not going to work.
Well,
And
I'm still slightly involved in the beat. So here's some cool things for people to understand. Josh Harris, the Commanders owner, last year at the end of the season, after the end of the magical playoff run, that was super fun. The Eagles beat us, and the next day, the uniform debate came up because Trump had said the name needs to change back. Like, all these things happened. And when they asked Josh Harris, he said, we're not going to change the name back. And I'll be honest with you, they cannot do that. That has nothing to do with whether Josh Harris wants to do it. The NFL will not let it happen, and the NFL has the final say.
Yeah. Well, the owners vote on it too, and
It
they
will
won't.
not happen.
Yeah.
It just won't happen. It's not that I don't want it to happen. It won't happen. Like, so let's establish that. Okay. Josh Harris said, guys, we have a great brand. We're going back to our brand. July of this year, they announced that for their alternate uniforms, they're wearing the old Super Bowl era uniforms with the classic gold face mask on the helmet. It is still a matte finished helmet. It's got the traditional 3 stripes and replaced by the Indian head, which was drawn by a Blackfoot chief, by the way,
Yeah, I know that. Yep.
whose family has sued the NFL to let their family's artwork either be used or give it back to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want. Yeah, here we got the logos right here.
Yep.
The 1972 to 1981, where you see that Indian head was drawn by a Blackfoot chief. Wetzel, I think, was
And it's
their last name.
badass looking on top of that.
Okay. They bent the feathers in 82. That did not work. They went right back to the hanging feathers in 83. Yeah. Okay. Hear me. We just said this. The name that's anything that's not Redskins is never going to work. Okay. Because they're the goddamn Washington Redskins.
Yes, they are.
Like, that's just what they are. Okay. But if you separate yourself from the emotion of that, and like, I got to tell you, man, it is emotional. 2020, out of the blue, because of Budweiser and FedEx threatening to pull the money, they just killed the name on one day.
Yep.
And Dan Snyder got a ton of heat because everyone hated him. And
Dan Snyder, I don't even want to get into that. I worked around that guy. Like, I don't want to talk about that. But the reality of it is, when they pulled not just the name, they pulled the logos, they changed the colors. The problem I had with Washington football team is that is a term that ESPN mockingly made up to call them, instead of calling them the Redskins when their name was still the Redskins. Like, talk about bending the knee.
Yeah.
Like,
no. They were like, it was bad.
Yeah, don't call them anything. I mean, but here's also the frustration about that. Even like the most out there liberal, right? Like Kamala Harris, like as out there as you can be. Okay.
It's fucking crazy.
Biden, if he thought for himself. Okay. Like the most out there left, like Tim Walz, like the most out there leftist that you can think of right now. If Dan Snyder on that day had come out and said, you know, guys, it's time. We're changing the name. So at the end of this season, we're sunsetting Redskins. No one would have batted an eye.
People would have been pissed, but at least would have gotten closure.
No. But the left, the cancel culture left, would have said, we won. And it's going. Yeah. No one would have said it has to be right now. No one.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah. They would have been
like, no, they'd have been like, we won. Give them their last season. They could have taken that whole season to rebrand. It took them 2 years of having no name and no actual uniform to unveil what they have now. I don't think the name Commanders is the problem. If you took Commanders, right, which is a word that's tied to Washington, D.C. I could go Commander in Chief if I needed to.
Yeah.
But it is a military city. It is the military city. Commanders makes a whole ton of sense. If you put that against Giants or Buccaneers or Patriots, the word is no worse than any of those.
See, I wanted them to meme and call them the Rough Riders and just make it Teddy, who just notoriously fucking killed Indians.
Here's where they messed up. They made the classic parenting of young children mistake. And let's be clear, they lied. Like I'm telling you that I know this from people that I know that are in the organization. That fan vote thing was nothing more than to appease people that were furious that the name was changing.
Yeah.
If they would have just come out and said in 2022, on February the 2nd, 2022, 2/2/2022, the day that will live in infamy for Commanders fans and Redskins fans. If they had just come out on the day said, hey, look, we've been working on this rebrand for 2 years. The name's the Commanders. People would have been upset. But they wouldn't have been upset like they are. They're pissed off because they all convinced themselves it was going to be the Red Wolves. I don't know why they convinced themselves that. It has nothing to do with Washington, D.C. And like, if you watch these guys, it's like the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia making the suicide board in Horrible Bosses, like trying to connect everything together. Like these are the conspiracy theories of like, oh, well, there's a tree in the middle of Bethesda, Maryland, which is only 20 minutes from downtown DC. Now, one time someone carved a wolf on, so like Red Wolves make sense. Like, do I think that the Red Wolves would have been cool? Do I think it'd been cool to use like the NWO Wolfpack music and a stadium? Yes, I think that'd have been fun. Do I think that people howling in stadium could have been cool? Do I think that having like the den would be like, sure, there's a lot of things that would have worked, but it's not connected to the city. Okay.
Yep.
This Commanders thing, if they'd have just wrote it, I think it'd have been fine. Here's what I'm actually very excited about, and I'm in the extreme minority. They're bringing my uniform back. We wore it 3 times last year. I actually don't think it looks bad with a W on the helmet and like the old traditional helmet. Do I think it's as good as the no? I want my helmet back.
But
Okay,
I want them also.
I want to establish that. I want my Indian imagery back. My native. I'm not getting it.
Get a commander there though. Like the W, I think
No,
is
so
fine
they
as a
can't.
secondary.
They can't.
But do a
And here's
commander.
but see, here's what you guys don't understand. I went, dude. Like when I told you I went on Outside the Lines, I ended up doing like NPR. I ended up like I was on
I love
more shows with Amanda Blackhorse, who Amanda Blackhorse was the native leader who had elected herself to speak out against this. And like, here's what people don't understand: like, she's not done. When the Commanders changed or the Redskins changed their name, she said, "We will not rest until the Indians, the Braves, the Warriors." I mean, like she doesn't want any native imagery anywhere. And the funny thing is, I spent weeks talking to tribal leaders. None of them wanted the name to change.
Well, I know the Seminoles in Florida State blocked that because I'm a Florida State fan.
But here's why. Because Florida State gives Seminole Nation $250,000 every season.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, like, let's be super clear about that. Like,
Well, yeah, it's all money. It's always
Seminole
money.
Nation has basically told Amanda Blackhorse to frig off, and like that's what's happened. But all these other tribal leaders that I talked to said the same thing to me, and I'm talking about hundreds of these guys. They said two things. Thing number one: if you remove Native American imagery from sports, there will be no memory of us left at all.
No one will
be
care.
gone.
The only memory will be casinos and alcoholism.
And the Trail of Tears.
Gone.
That's
Okay?
it.
Number two, we are way more concerned with alcoholism, lack of education, and drug abuse on reservations than we are about any of this. We do not care.
I have long said now that the United States just needs to wage a war on all the Indian nations and take them over again and start to fucking take them out of poverty, even though we're bad at that. But still, they don't take care of their people at all. They have no resources. They don't use them.
I'm not conceding, but I'm kind of conceding. Like the imagery is not coming back. It's not.
That sucks.
They did something this last year, and I'll talk you through it. Actually, if you go to TikTok, if you go to my channel,
we got the aficionado on the skins. I don't know if this is as accurate as is this accurate?
That's
Redskins are named after Lone Star Dietz, the Native
Lone Star
American
Dietz was involved, but the name changed to Redskins to honor the Red Sox. 100%. Go look it up. Take 3 seconds to look it up. I mean, like, yes, Lone Star Dietz is connected to the franchise. I'm not saying that he's not. He may have even been involved in the naming conversations, but the name was changed because they played at Fenway.
Dave, you know what's really funny about this that makes me happy? That we have another football fan that's as passionate and angry at their franchise as us. We're both Jets fans.
You know that kid?
We are Jets fans.
You know the Jets fan? The kid that was like, I'm never going to choose another team, but I hate this team. That kid is my spirit animal.
That is every fan.
100%. So what I'm trying to say is, like the Commanders this year made subtle first steps towards continuing to distance themselves from native imagery because the NFL has told them to do that.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It really is.
So they owned, and by they, Dan Snyder owned all the rights to Washington Warriors. And they're going to keep the logos because no one's mad at the logo. Our logo, see my voice crack. Our logo is not as offensive as people thought. The Cleveland Indians logo, Wahoo. It's not offensive like that. It is an artistically rendered, very respectful art piece by a Blackfoot Indian chief, right? Like that's.
And it was supposed to be meant. It was supposed to be like the war imagery.
It was supposed to be that was it. They were an honoring thing. That's what it's supposed to be. And so, like. They when they changed the name, they had conceded that the word was what needed to change. Oh, you know what? Get this guy out of here. Goodbye, Nate. I'm just kidding, but I do hate you. And you should hate me too, Nate. Like we should not be friends. They conceded, and the NFL agreed that the word was disparaging, not the imagery. And so. They had owned and had all the rights to Washington Warriors. They're going to keep all the imagery and just change name to Warriors.
Yeah.
Even to the fight song, it would have worked.
You want to hear the crazy
phonically the same thing as Redskins. Yeah. You can sing Hail to the Redskins. You can say Hail to the Warriors.
Yeah. Plus you have the alliteration there.
Yep.
So the crazy thing is, I'm up here in New York State. They were barring high schools and telling high schools that they needed to change the Warriors name because the Warriors imagery typically went with.
Well, that's because of Black Horse. Black Horse, after the name was announced as changing, she doubled down and she said, it's not just the name. It's all native imagery. We are not your mascot. You cannot use us. So the NFL has forced, even through the ownership change, for the Commanders to move away from any native imagery. So Commanders this year started embracing like Greco-Roman gladiator commanders.
That's pretty badass.
And like it's Roman centurions. They did Greek, which also really goes with the aesthetic in Washington, D.C. And this is what I was starting to say a minute ago, that these idiots in D.C. that have seen the renders of the new stadium, which is absolutely gorgeous, and beyond the fact that it's gorgeous, it looks like a modern RFK. It looks like the old stadium. It needs
to be named Trump Stadium.
But new. No, and this is what people on Twitter are saying. Oh my God, why does this look like every other building in the city? You idiot.
Because
there are literally laws in Washington, D.C. that say the buildings have to look alike. Like, you cannot put the Las Vegas Raiders black hole in D.C. just because it's modern. It has to mimic, there's laws in the city.
But you also want to have the aesthetic of the city, right? Like, you want to have something that looks like the city and represents the city you're in.
See the very top left picture of it where it's in the daytime? Yeah. Now look up a picture of old RFK and tell me that does not look like a modern version of RFK. It's on the same site.
Nate saying figured they would be embracing Mao and G.
This is paying unbelievable homage to this team's history. If you look up old RFK,
it's so small.
You said that these stadiums are named after banks now.
Yeah.
I think that look at the angles of the rooftop. It's the same. Look, I said down middle, down one, left there. Look at that angle. And now, no. This one that's next to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. And now look at the new stadium. It's the same. Look, it's the same.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is 100% a throwback to the history of this franchise, which, to be clear,
inside
is one of like the 5 pillars of the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Washington Redskins, the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, the Oakland Raiders. These are teams that should never change ever.
Here's the problem, Dave, and here's where I'm jealous. Why can't the Jets, like, MetLife is such a piece of shit of a stadium. And there I go. I look at this beautiful stadium that they're rendering for Washington.
But come on, dude. Every goddamn stadium in New York and New Jersey looks like that because you guys are a bunch of freaking animals.
Listen, we're a bunch of communists.
I went to.
It is a gray jail cell.
Yeah,
of a stadium.
I went to Shea Stadium during the goodbye year.
Yeah.
To watch the Mets and the Braves play. It was Chipper Jones' farewell tour.
Yep.
It was early April. I wore an Atlanta Braves jacket and hat. And I got cussed out by a 7-year-old girl in ways that I have never heard.
Welcome to New York, baby.
New York fans are creepy. Like, they're almost as bad as Philly.
Oh, that's fighting words.
They're almost bad. Dude, come on. You know, and you guys are proud of it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Philly is a bunch of pure demons.
Yeah.
Now here's the demon.
And they booed Sam.
Well, here's the demon in me. So I was scrolling on Boomer Book because, Facebook, and I'm old, and I'm there, and the Jets had a thing where it was like in memoriam of someone, and I saw underneath Joe Namath, and part of me got happy, and I know that's fucked up because I'm convinced
the theory
we can't win anything until that man dies because he made a deal with the devil, and we're fucked until then. But I got a little excited at first, and then I realized he was talking about somebody. I'm like, God damn it. No, Joe, I don't want you to die. I'm just kidding. But
we're connecting all the dots here. So the Commanders last year introduced this Greco-Roman thing. Okay. Yeah. This is why this is important. Mm-hmm. This season is like the 5-year window after the announcement of the terrible uniform. So the Redskins are allowed to change their uniforms. They weren't allowed to change their uniforms.
Oh, we know that with the Jets. We had to be stuck with those.
But you guys did the same thing. You went back to your old uniforms.
Yes.
And so we did the same thing last year. We announced them as alternates, and the traditional Gibbs era, the Super Bowl era that they're calling them, that is our uniform moving forward.
Which is going.
We'll have the burgundy with gold pants, and we'll have the white and the burgundy that we wore 3 times this year with the actual helmet, except for the W's on it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We've also announced that we're going to have, the rumors have leaked that we're going to have a new alternate. They're not wearing, it may or may not be black. I don't know if it's black. The spear helmet is coming back, but instead of it being a Native American spear, it's going to be this Greco-Roman spear. They had Darryl Green 3 times at home games last year. They've given him an aluminum platform and a giant spear, and he leads a Leonidas-styled Roman chant, and they bang the spear on the thing twice, and the fans respond in a chant. So they're leaning into this
with the Blackfoot chick.
Black Horse.
the Black Horse, whatever her name is,
Amanda Black Horse, yeah.
what she is effectively doing is being the most racist person possible, because you eliminated imagery of a proud Native person, and now they're replacing it with white Europeans.
Again, it's
which
not
they
Wahoo.
complain about. Like
Okay, so like
it's
I can
crazy.
understand Wahoo. I can even understand the 1980s Atlanta Braves Screaming Indian logo, where he's got the top, like the mohawk, and he's just screaming. Have you guys seen that logo?
It's a war chant though. It was meant to be like a war.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't tell me that we can't have native imagery on our logo and then go to Kansas City and watch 90,000 people doing the tomahawk chant top like it's Florida State.
Yeah. And
They're beating war drums.
Yeah. And the Greco-Roman stuff is cool, but it would be more cool if it was an organic thing that wasn't changed for something that was already so nice.
The thing that's tough is it was perfect before.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like I said, 2020, when this announcement happened, this is legitimately how I felt. I was 5 years old in 1991 when Mark Rippon and the single greatest offense in the history of the NFL absolutely decimated the Buffalo Bills to win the 1991 Super Bowl and be one of 3 NFC East teams to beat the Bills in 4 straight Super Bowls.
I mean, the Bills were so unlucky.
Jim Kelly, we were Jim Kelly's nightmare.
Jim Kelly is the most forgotten, one of the greatest quarterbacks that will be forgotten.
Jim Kelly was Josh Allen 1.0.
Yeah,
but he's better than Josh Allen. I think Jim Kelly is a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
Same story, friend.
I know, but I mean, he had a better running back than Thurman Thomas. He had a better running back. At least he went to 4 Super Bowls. Josh can't make it to pass the championship.
The point that I'm making is 2020, when they took all that away and there was no discussion, it was just like, hey, it's all gone. I literally, in my soul, felt like someone took me off my dad's lap in 1991.
Oh,
yeah.
I called my dad and I said, they better goddamn never bring those 3 Super Bowl trophies out again, because that's not this team.
Yeah.
Listen,
put the Super Bowl trophies away.
I hate that you guys stole John Riggins from us, and as in stole, I mean he left.
Yeah,
but
he left.
That was one of our greatest running backs. Then he goes and wins a damn championship with you guys.
Yeah,
makes me very.
So, I mean,
unhappy.
like the thing that we're talking about all this stuff. Like last year in July, when they unveiled those uniforms, if you don't mind, since you're googling all this stuff, Google the Washington Commanders Super Bowl era uniforms. There'll be a ton of stuff on Google about it. It's the white jerseys with the matte burgundy helmets, 3 stripes, the gold face mask back. I don't hate the actual first render of the Commander's helmet. I like the matte burgundy. I don't like the singles. Like, I will be honest with you, I submitted this exact helmet. It wasn't this W. It was the W they used for Washington football team, which here is this W. This is just a modified version of that W. I did submit this and say, I don't care what you do, but this should be the helmet. And now I'm not saying they listened to me, because I'm telling you, thousands of fans did the same thing. This is as good as it's going to get for us.
It makes the legacy with the new. It kind of blends them both.
Felt like
it's a homage. It at least gives the fans a bone, saying, "Hey, we get it. We're at least giving." I felt
like 5 years later, it came back. Yeah, this is gorgeous to me. The 3 stripes, the 3 helmet stripes, and the gold face mask. Now, there's a lot of fans that don't like it. They wish that it wasn't a matte helmet. I like it's a matte helmet. It's a modern touch. It's like what Minnesota did. You know what I mean? Like it's same helmet. They added the matte. They kind of animated the horn a little bit to change a little bit. But like, I like the matte helmet. These 3 stripes are everything to me. I've got pictures of me wearing this helmet as a child, except for the helmet's not got a W on it.
I almost wish they would have put the W in like a white oval though, like made it a little bit kind of, or like it was a white circle, like they would have just filled in the circle.
So I've seen people that have photoshopped that. It looks kind of dumb.
Does it?
It doesn't look good. What I think they could have done is they could see how on the bottom right,
or outline it, maybe outline it better.
Okay, so go back one image that you chat up. Bottom right corner, see how it's like the burgundy with the gold outline?
Yeah.
I think if they'd have done gold with a white outline, or white with a gold outline, I think that would have looked better. And now go to the side image. I still think this looks pretty tough. I don't the second image you had.
Yeah, I got it.
I think it looks fine. Like,
it's not the worst helmet in the league by far.
It's no different than Green Bay. It's no different. You know what I mean? Like, now I think the difference is their legacy, but you know what makes it iconic? They've won 100 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they've done the things. So like, this is the first time. I mean, I honestly was emotional in July. I was like, I felt like I was getting my team back. And then they lost 11 games this season, and I actually had my team back.
Welcome back to being with the Jets because we're not going to win for the next 100 years.
Yeah, the first time they wore this uniform, I don't remember what team it was. They got blown away. They lost by 40. And I said they look like the Redskins in more ways than just the uniform tonight. Like we are back. And you know what though? It's okay. This uniform coming back full time next year means the world to me. I don't know why we've just talked for 40 minutes of this interview.
Oh, that's okay.
It's perfectly fine.
There's a reason why we have the nice mesh, modified mesh quads mesh over there, because we go everywhere.
Here we are. This all started because of your logo.
And yeah, listen, I love it. And the logo got us talking. That's what I like. That's the purpose of a logo.
Speaking of going everywhere as well, though, because we did bring it up in the first place, I did look up the Allen Iverson stuff.
Oh, there we go.
He apparently
is that what we started on?
Yes, yeah. He brought that up at the beginning. He showed up 2 hours late to a session with 12 seriously ill children.
Yep.
Kept his hands in his pockets, avoided photos with smiles or arms around them, and skipped autographs or conversations. Families who drove over 6 hours felt deeply let down, with Challenge CEO David Rogers stating Iverson let down to children and families. Andrew Bogut came out and called him a shit human.
So here's the thing, too. Apparently, security told the families that Allen's just having a bad day today.
Okay, so like, as someone who's been in television and broadcast and show business for a long time, this is so much more normal than people realize that it is. I'm not going to say this guy's name because I'm not going to like dox him on here, but we had a talent that we worked with and had contracted for an event.
Yeah.
And this talent was on the rise when we contracted him. And I don't know if you guys know this, but musicians specifically, their riders change depending on like how popular they are or how in demand they are. Mm-hmm. And so we caught this guy on the early stages of his rise, and his rider was $8,000 when we got him. The next day, like this was his last $8,000 concert. The next concert he did was $25,000. Like,
Jesus.
so he tripled basically what his rider was.
Yeah.
He came to our event. It was a student event. The same thing that was Allen Iverson. We contractually, we paid him to do a meet and greet with the students that we had involved in this show.
Yeah.
He stood in the corner on his phone the whole time, and when the clock ticked out, he walked out and never said anything to anyone.
Well, I mean, at that point, it wasn't his normal rider, so he's like, "Fuck it, this is my last one.
100%. This is the last one. I don't want to be here.
I'm not going to be here. I'm going to go make some more money. Yeah,
I know that I'm contract, but I'm going to do the bare minimum. I'm have to stand in this room. He didn't sign a single autograph. I had one student was like, "Hey, Mr. So-and-so, can I take a photo with you?" And he was like, and he's on his phone. Look, I swear to you like this. He's like, "Hey man, I don't really care what you do." And he's on his phone on the picture.
You know what's funny? Because like we watch these TV shows that are kind of about like, you know, celebrities and stuff, and they'll do these things in the TV shows. And it kind of looks like, hey, you're doing it for TV, but it's just fucked up to know that it's like, it's a real thing that like, but again, you know what, to give some grace, there are people too. Yeah, they have moments. But at the same time, though, what's the old thing that you're taught, especially if you got a dad that's going to teach you any shit? Sometimes you got to do some shit you don't want to do. Yep. And you got to go there. You got to buck up. You got to get it done. And these people are getting paid good money. I guarantee AI was not getting paid zero to be there with 12 really sick kids. Like, that's what makes it worse, right? If it was just 12 randos.
I understand this, dude. Like, none of these guys are good people.
Yeah.
Like step away. Again, like, back up. Okay, this is again, like, tales from behind the NFL curtain. Let's talk about NFL, not NBA, because my experience is not NBA, but it's the same concept.
Yeah.
These players, these athletes are from the time they are 7 years old better than everybody else at something.
Yep.
Okay, they are the best player in Pop Warner. That turns into the best player in middle school. That turns into the best player in high school.
Yep.
They're so good in high school, and state championship is so important that it doesn't matter what the grades are. It doesn't matter if they need money. They're getting free school lunch.
If their form is great or not, because they don't get coached up, really.
They bend all the rules. They have people who do their homework for them. All the things happen because the most important thing is that this running back rushes us to our 5th straight state title.
Yep.
And that they never mature over like 15 years old, because once that happens and that standard is set in high school, they go to college. And before all this stuff where kids could go to school,
the boosters were doing the same shit.
Same exact thing.
Boosters were doing the same thing.
You show up to the school and they got freaking brand new. I mean, like,
Well, that's how Miami got their
Bentleys
whole
and Rolls
I was
Royces and all
gonna
this
say
stuff
that's how
were
Patino got destroyed in Louisville.
Patino
Yeah.
got destroyed in
Yeah,
Louisville.
like-
We knew about Miami and all those Miami
Yeah.
teams and all the shit they
They're
were getting.
living in
It happened
giant
everywhere.
houses. Their families are living in giant houses. They've got agents. I mean, if you ever, what
They
was
go to
the, what was
draft
the
for about $10,000 worth of shit.
Maurice Claret
Oh yeah,
from
he
Ohio State?
he tried to go pro after
And-
his freshman
and-
year.
This is documented. He's done interviews. He's done life stories. Maurice Claret got into so much debt with a Russian mafia head
My God,
that gave him all this money while he was in college because he would get it back when he signed his NFL career, his NFL contract.
Yeah.
His first contract was going and it was something like, it's not a huge amount of money enough, but like back then, this is 2003, 2002, 3, 4, whatever it was, 2003. He owes this mafia guy like $75,000 that he's got to pay back when he gets in the NFL. The problem is
to a
his
19-year-old,
last game of college football, he tears his knee in 70 different ways and doesn't get drafted and spends the next 3 years attempting to sign to any team and is so strung out and stressed out.
Yep.
The guy's literally drinking vodka in his water bottles in the weight room. And in Columbus, Ohio, where I lived at the time, is being chased by Russian mobsters. He gets pulled over. In Columbus, you can't make U-turns in most of the city. You just aren't allowed to do U-turns.
I mean,
He
Jersey's
gets
the same
pulled
way.
over for doing a U-turn in Pickerington, Ohio, a little side nowhere place, 15 minutes away from Ohio State, where he played college football. The police pull him over. In the back of his SUV, he's got like 40 assault rifles and pistols. He's decked to the teeth. And when they pull him over, he's like, you don't understand. They're chasing me. They're going to kill me because he took this money illegally in college and could never pay it back because he never got an actual NFL deal.
Yep.
You know what's crazy? Because Maurice Claret is such a sad story because he tries to go out after his freshman year. The NFL denies him, and then he kicks and scratches and stays in school. And it's like, but he never was the same, right? After that, he was great still, but he wasn't the Maurice Claret we saw his freshman year where he was the most dominant player in football. Like people
You blow your
forget.
knee out. That's what happens, brother.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no,
Look,
absolutely.
if you're a running back, you blow your knee out, you're done.
You're
pretty
done.
much done.
You can never
done.
cut. You can't trust it the same. You don't have the
Adrian
explosion.
Peterson is the only person to ever come back from that injury,
Yeah.
and
It's
like
wild.
I'm pretty sure he I don't know what he did. Like
he's a freak.
bionic.
Well,
He's an
Clinton
absolute
Portis
freak.
had a similar injury with that, and Clinton Portis was never the same. He was one of the most explosive guys you'll see, and his explosion was
No.
gone after
Willis
that.
McGahee. Portis
Willis
was fine.
McGahee, that's who it is. That was the other
Portis
one
stayed
of the
fine.
Miami guys.
Portis got into a whole bunch of debt and IRS fraud and got fat and old in DC because Jim Zorn ruined him.
That's
But
what
no,
I remember you
McGahee.
were-
You're talking about
Yeah,
McGahee.
I was talking about McGahee. Yeah, I was
I'll keep
raw
you honest,
Miami
brother.
guy.
I'll keep you honest.
No, I love it. I love. Listen, there are a few people that I know that have more football and sports knowledge. Again, probably a lot more, but that I personally know. I love it when I can get educated because I love the game
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. Again, we're talking about this stuff. These guys, we talked about Claret. They go to college, they get all this money they're not supposed to have. They're breaking the rules. Everyone's breaking the rules, and then they turn 20, and they're 19 and 20 years old, and someone hands them a check for guaranteed $60 million.
Yeah, it's so
You
crazy.
got to understand, these people never experience real life.
Nope.
They don't get it at all. They have no life lessons to teach them any amount of maturity at all. Look, half of them, buddy, and I'm not trying to be, this is going to sound racist. I don't mean to be racist here. Go look up interviews of Michael Vick out of high school. The dude couldn't speak English. Like his early interviews, you can't understand.
Was it just a
word
lot of slang
that he's
from
saying?
like, he was just speaking like a southern
He's
slang?
from nowhere, Virginia, dude. He's from the sticks of the sticks.
That's
of
like Ed
Virginia.
Ogeron. When Ed Ogeron spoke at LSU, it was like, meow, 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 meow. It was like the
it's like
freaking
god
Waterboy.
dang Waterboy. Yeah, so I mean, and like, look, I'm not knocking these people. They're more successful than I'm ever going to be, right? Like they got more money than I'm ever going. Like no one in 5 generations of my family is going to have the money that any of these guys have in one season, and so like, it is what it is. But they're not normal people, and so like we expect way too much from them. I see that Allen Iverson story, and I'm like, yeah, it tracks. I mean, and you guys got other NBA players like trash human. Yeah, you know what? They're all trash humans, dude. And you know who's the same is the goddamn owners.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
well, a lot of them are Nepo
your little
babies.
friend, the Cowboys friend in here. I mean, let's talk for 5 minutes about the fact that Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones would still be winning winning Super Bowls right now if Jimmy and Jerry hadn't gotten to a drunk bar fight after their second Super Bowl.
Well, he knows. He hates Jerry Jones.
It is that petty. These are not normal people.
Yeah. No, and well, the thing is too, it's on top of that, and you were around this. It is an organization. All the leadership are all alphas. When you stick in this, even the worst football player on those teams are alphas. Well, they think
they're alphas, but they've never commanded anything.
No, it's true. But when you have that mentality, your whole goal is to kill or be killed. And that's all it is.
How many alphas do you know that needed 3 teenage girls to write your essay for you in high school because you had to prepare for the state championship? That's not alpha mentality.
We didn't have that many. We didn't have anyone. Maybe Kevin, but Kevin actually did his work. But it's because my school, we sucked. If I was probably at a good school, probably a bunch. Nate saying, you don't need to tell me Jerry won't close a window for his own team.
Yeah, no, it's a mess. And you know what's the worst thing for the Cowboys? And like, I honestly am like, suck it, Cowboys. Like, when Jerry is finally gone, I think Steven's worse.
Nate has said that on the show. He hates Steven more.
Oh my God, these guys, the stuff that they do in Dallas. I mean, like, really I don't know why. Yeah, he's probably sure. He's probably right. The thing that I don't get is like, there's such this like infatuation with the Dallas. Oh, it's America's team. There's this Cowboys like media love, and that in like the whole offseason they're getting slaughtered and slandered. Like Jerry Jones not a GM, he's ruined everything. And Jerry Jones gets on the radio and he's like, "You listen to me, mother lover. I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do. I'm a better GM than you'll ever see." They have a putrid roster.
Yeah,
and then everyone's surprised they only win 7 games.
And the thing is, it's like Dak is doing everything he can. I think Dak is really good. I thought that
he's overhyped.
I thought Pickens had a really good year. I thought Pickens did a lot of good things after CD.
Pickens was good before Dallas.
Yes.
But he was a knucklehead a little bit over in Steelers. He matured.
He was 100% was a knucklehead in Steelers.
He
is a risky player that you bring in if you think your window's open. But you trade everything. Like you get rid of the only defensive player that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I think that the Cowboys fans are cooked until the Jones family is gone.
I honestly, the thing is, I think the Cowboys got a lot of goodwill. Yes, because they were successful, right, in the star. But I also think a lot of people really just liked Emmitt Smith. And I think it's similar to with the Niners, where a lot of people really just like Jerry Rice. And you see a lot of Niners fans everywhere.
Yeah, but can we talk about that team? I mean, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin is the lead trash human of trash humans.
Oh, my God. He's in a scandal once every year.
Unbelievable, wonderful wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have drafted him 100 times, but I don't cheer for these guys because they're my priest.
That's the whole thing.
No, I cheer for them because of the logo on their uniform, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And the name on the front of the uniform is more important than the name on the back, friends.
Oh, yeah. I cheer for the team. That's it. I like the team. And listen, there's certain players that I've enjoyed seeing, like Sam Darnold. I'm happy for Sam Darnold because the Jets would have ruined him anyway.
For Sam Darnold
here's the thing, too.
And I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl, but I hope I hear good things.
I'm going to watch it, but like
I can't do it.
I'm going to watch it. And the thing is, like, Connor Hughes writes for the Jets, and I like Connor. I think he does a good job. And he commented, like, someone was like, "Oh, Jets fans, blah blah." He's like, "Do you not realize all of the Jets fans want Sam Darnold to win? Like, we all still really like Sam. Like, I'm happy that Geno Smith has found a decent, like, he's going down now, but
ruin Sam Darnold.
Oh, well, no, we ruin everybody. We ruined Mark Sanchez. We ruined Sam Darnold. Geno Smith, we broke his jaw. Zach Wilson, we gave him.
Geno was never that good of a quarterback, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
Geno Smith is a high
guy. He's a starter.
Is a high backup option.
Yeah,
he's a good backup.
Yeah, he's a steady hand. He's not amazing. You're going to get about as many touchdowns as interceptions. He's going to give you.
You're going to have back-breaking turnovers. You're going to have stupid plays that ruin games. But like sometimes you'll win.
Well, the thing with
he's a backup.
And David knows I was saying this about Sam Darnold coming out of USC. I hated the fact that he was terrible in the red zone, and that was his big knock. He would throw the bad red zone pick. USC was a championship team when he was there. If he didn't make so many mistakes, he made the same mistakes with the Jets. He got mono. All that happened. He got fixed by Kyle Shanahan in his backup stint at the Niners. I saw a preseason game. He made 2 darts in the red zone. I'm like, if this is Sammy D, he's going to be a top 5.
I don't think that people understand how important like mental acuity at the quarterback position is important. You look at guys like, and like, God rest his soul, Dwayne Haskins, right? Who died 45 minutes from where I live right now.
So fucking sad.
Tragic. You're an idiot. Like, I'm sorry to say this.
Listen.
You're an idiot. At 5 o'clock in the morning, you're drunk and you're trying to run across a 5-lane freeway in South Florida. You're an idiot. Like, what is this, Frogger? Like, what are you doing, Dwayne Haskins? Like,
Frogger.
Like, I don't understand. So, but like, this guy throws 52 touchdowns his last year at Ohio State, 50 plus touchdowns.
It's crazy.
He's like first team All-American, but like anyone that ever talked to him is like, this guy is not got it. He does not get it. He was the last one to show up to practice.
Well, that was Jamarcus Russell
to leave. Yeah, but very similar. Just not into it. Like they cared more about being an NFL quarterback than they cared about being an NFL quarterback. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Jameis Winston studied his ass off. He loves the game of ball. He wants to be there. Like, and I'm a Florida State fan, and there was no reason after they won the last BCS championship, the first year in the playoff, Florida State had no business being in that playoff. He just willed them to wins. They were down every single game at the half, and Jameis was like, "I guess we're going to go win now." And like,
Jameis has grown up a lot though, because college Jameis was as dumb as NFL Dwayne Haskins.
He studied though. He cared about football. He was a partier, but he worked
beyond that, dude. It's about being a human being.
He was immature.
Like the immaturity of Dwayne Haskins, is echoed in the way that he died. And like, I'm really not trying to be rude to Dwayne. I think it's a horrible thing.
It's reality.
Like,
it's just reality.
It's a terribly horrible thing. But like, I mean, you just got married. You're with a different woman in South Florida. Like, everything about it makes no sense. And that's who he was as a player. I mean, we drafted him way too high. Dan Snyder pushed that draft pick way too high.
Justin Fields, it seems like a God-fearing man. He's a shitty quarterback, but he doesn't seem to be the same as some of those other guys.
I don't think that CJ Stroud is the best, but he seems to have a pretty good head on his shoulders.
Better head on his
shoulders. You see a lot of them. Listen, the ones that have a decent head on their shoulders are ones that seem to be consistently God-fearing. And they say it, and they don't just say it flippantly. They are consistently doing it, and it's a part of their everyday vernacular. Obviously people that were raised that way.
I have a solid rule in evaluating quarterback prospects. And yes, he did love crab legs and eating W's. And putting his fingers in his teammate's mouth. It's so weird. Like, I don't know what this guy's doing. I have a rule, and there's only one time that I've ever been like really wrong about this rule, and it's probably the most wrong that you could ever be. But for no circumstance do you ever draft a Big Ten quarterback. You just don't do it. Other than Tom Brady.
Kirk Cousins was fine. He was a Michigan State guy.
So I am one of the first people to ever interview him as a pro. I was there on day one.
That's awesome.
I gotta go, but this will be the last story. You're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
So I'm standing at Kirk Cousins and RG3's very first time they step on the professional football field. I'm there. I'm standing there with John Keim, who currently writes for ESPN. He's the beat guy for Washington. John Keim. Mike Jones, who at the time was at the Washington Post. Mike Jones. He writes for The Athletic now. And then Rick Snyder, who as at the Washington Times or the Washington Examiner, I don't remember which one, but he back in the 70s. I don't know if you guys are real football fans, you probably know this. When there was that like Sonny Jurgensen versus Billy Kilmer Redskins like quarterback controversy, they had bumper stickers that people had that said "I like Sonny, I like Billy," and different people in DC.
Didn't they do it? So they did like 30 for 30 on that. I'm pretty sure they did. I remember
Rick Snyder did that. He's the writer for the Times that made those bumper stickers. He ordered them as a joke. They exploded. It went everywhere. Rick Snyder was not a big fan of mine at first because my first year on the beat, we had John Beck and Rex Grossman, who were, instead of both being good options, were awful options. And we were selling I Like John, I Like Rex t-shirts in honor of his bumper stickers. And he blasted me on Twitter and was like, "You didn't even ask for my permission."
Rex is one of the worst quarterbacks ever to get to a Super Bowl.
Horrible. He's terrible. He's the most blind quarterback I've ever seen play football. You know who Rex Grossman could not find? You could have a police like stand up line, like a mugshot line.
Yeah.
that could only have one person in it, and if that one person was a middle linebacker, he wouldn't be able to see him. He would not be able to find him.
Nate, real quick, I interviewed Gus Farrat back when I had my other show, Sports Opinions Podcast. Gus is a nice guy.
Gus is a good dude.
His son's cool. His son
shouldn't have hit the wall. That was dumb. All right, so so we're there, right? It's Kirk Cousins, and so it's me, it's Rick Snyder, it's John Keim, it's Mike Jones, and Fran Charles from the NFL Network standing there. Okay, we're all standing. We've all got. I've got my iPad. I'm taking notes on my iPad. We've got our cell phones out to get sound, but it's just Rick Snyder has got a 650-year-old scratch pad because that's the only piece of paper he's ever used in his entire career. He's been on the beat since like the 40s, and so like he's there. And we're watching 7-on-7 drills. And this is the first time that we're watching RG3 and we're watching Kirk Cousins drop back and throw to uncovered receivers at points and then covered receivers minimally. No pass rush.
Yeah.
Not even in shells. There are helmets and t-shirts. That's what they're pricing. Robert takes the ball, snaps out a shotgun. I'm telling you, dude, I've not seen animals move as fast as that man moved behind.
Oh,
like
believe me,
the minute he touched the ball, it was like watching the goddamn Flash. Like his arms moved and he was in a different spot. Like he was so fast.
He was an Olympic level hurdler. He could have went to the Olympics as a hurdler. I'm a track guy. I would do RG3 before RG3 was a football guy.
But he'd throw the ball and it would sail over the open receiver with no defender.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins would take the ball from under center in
Which
this
was a
drill.
Big Ten thing.
Okay.
At the time.
3-step drop, 5-step drop, dart. I'm standing on the sideline with legitimate national media.
Yeah.
Dude, this changed my outlook on the world. Like, this is beyond football. This transcends football. This goes to politics. This goes to every freaking place that you can possibly take it. I'm standing on the sideline, and I say, guys, we just traded 4 years worth of draft picks for RG3. But on day one, does Kirk not look like the better quarterback?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. RG3 looks like a freak athlete. Like this guy is like, I'm telling you, like it changed my life to watch him practice.
Yeah.
And he had the cannon of his arm. That was a big thing too. He could throw it 100 yards standing still.
John Keim says, ooh, a quarterback controversy in Washington, D.C., which we're known for. He's making the joke. Rick Snyder sends chills down my spine. As coldly and confidently as I've ever heard a person say a line ever, he says, if we write it that way. And I just was like, there it is,
the
dude.
Power of the press, right
Power
there.
of the press. Yep. On day one, Kirk Cousins was the better quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't think he was the better player. And I think the RG3 now, and we should have a whole other show about RG3. Like, you guys don't even want to know what happened behind the scenes on that. No, not what ifs, what happened. Things I saw with my own eyes. Like his mom had an office at the stadium or at the team's training complex.
We gotta have you back.
And his mom
we gotta do another
wouldn't let media, and I'm not talking me, I'm talking his mom wouldn't let ESPN talk to him.
Holy shit.
Like I'm telling you, it was the weirdest thing. Like RG3 came back from injury after that Seahawks playoff game on crutches, crutched into Mike Shanahan's office with Dan Snyder, the owner, and a playbook that 3/4 of the playbook was crossed out. And Robert walked into Mike's office and said, Mike, just so you know, before you start prepping for next season tomorrow, and threw the playbook on the desk. These are the plays that I will not run anymore. And Mike Shanahan said, son, you're a player. You have no authority to say that. And RG3 pointed to Dan Snyder, and Dan said, listen to him.
Oh, shit.
And
that's what was wrong with RG3's career.
And right there, it's over. Right there, once the head coach gets completely kneecapped, you're done. Everything's over.
To do this,
guys, thanks for letting me come talk football.
We gotta.
I don't know why we talked football for an hour.
I'm cool with it. Listen,
I'm not signed in.
Ruined the show. We've been talking about doing this for a month, and we get on, and all we talk about is football.
It's fine. It was awesome.
Listen, that just means we gotta have you back on. So that's all that is.
Yeah, I ruined your show.
No.
Go follow This Is the Ray Gaming over on Rumble. I am not signed
actually
in.
You know what? You can follow This Is the Ray Game if you want, but like honestly, just This Is the Ray. Okay.
I hate the way Rumble does that. Why the fuck does Rumble do like?
No, it's not Rumble's fault. I set the account up wrong when I set it up, and then like, and so like my actual account is This Is the Ray. That's like my user is This Is Ray, but this is like my channel is This Is the Ray Gaming.
Yeah.
I don't want to limit what I'm doing to gaming, and that sounds like really snotty. I don't mean for it to sound snotty, but like I do the 1v1 Me podcast, I do my Son of Washington football podcast, I do a lot of things, and I really don't want to split my audience. So like even if you look at like my branding when I rebranded 4 or 5 months ago, I dropped gaming off of it. It's not that I'm not going to game. I'm gaming all the time. Like I'm talking about gaming culture, I'm talking about gaming lifestyle, I'm talking about gaming content, I'm talking about new games, old games, all of the things. But if you just follow so I'm saying all that to say Rumble's working with me on the back end to kind of merge my accounts. So like I don't know how it's going to happen or how they're going to end up having to do it, but like gaming's getting dropped. Not that I'm dropping gaming. I'm on a game. I'm just saying like.
So real quick before we let you go, it's funny because I found your channel because I was watching Meg, and then Meg rated yours, and then I think it was the next day you were on Side Scrollers. I was like, oh hey.
Yeah,
I was just watching this
people
guy.
say things to me. They're like, I see you all over social media. I'm like, I'm only on one platform. I'm only on Twitter, guys. Like, I don't use my TikTok. I don't post to Instagram. I don't go to Facebook. Like, Twitter is just back to my football days. Like, man, it's the one that I've been stuck on since I did Commander stuff, and and that's where I am.
So thank you very much. I know you have a heart out. Everyone, we're going to continue for a little bit longer here, but when you're done here, Ray, how long are you playing on your channel for? You're doing Fortnite tonight, right?
Yeah. So I'm going live on Fortnite with Meg and Kevin both. So I'm gonna go live on my channel here in like the next, like I'm gonna hang up on here and like and boot it basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, I'll be on for a couple hours. I don't even know what time it is. It's 10 o'clock. I'll be on at 10 o'clock my time. I'll probably be on until like midnight.
And tell Meg and Kevin you had a terrible time, but they should come on the show.
Yeah.
I will be like Alex says that you need to come on.
I will appreciate that. And she'll be
hey
like,
guys, seriously, thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry for talking your ear off about football.
No,
But
no,
you started me on a hot
back.
topic.
I will do the story time about you. Listen, this could be your vent session about your time over in Washington. You can use that here.
You know, I enjoyed it.
Fuck yeah.
I like
love it. Yeah, come
it's
back
a whole different
whenever you
thing.
want.
Here's the last thing I'll tell you. I'll cheat for you on the way out. The media guys that do really well and play the game well have built relationships with a majority, if not all, of the agents. Agents are dirty pool, dude. Agents will say, hey, I know you want to know what's going on with this negotiation with this player that's on your team. I'll tell you exactly what's happening in that negotiation, but I need you to write an article that says your team is going to offer 10 million more than the other team because I have to drive the market price up.
Yep.
Makes sense. Makes sense. It's all smoke and mirrors.
So anytime you ever hear someone say, sources familiar with the situation, that's the agent.
Yep.
No, of course.
And you're never allowed to say it's the agent. Every time it's the agent. It's not their best friend from high school.
No,
it's not their mom. It's not
Their
Michael
agent is
Irvin.
now their best friend because their
It's
agent
the
is who
agent.
gets them paid.
It's the agent every time. So just know that. And you'll hear that in March when the new league year starts and you got Adam Schefter on a cell phone. He's going to be like, you know, people with knowledge. He's talking about the agent.
Yep.
It's the agent.
The agent, but then on the other side, if they're friendly with the front office, it's front office people during trade time that are friendly with them and want them to also, you know, blow smoke in certain directions too. It's a little bit of both.
It's the agent. From experience.
Yeah.
It's only the agent. The team's too busy to care.
That's true.
The team's got 80 other players they're managing and trying to figure out who's staying, who's going, who's being traded. They got all these things that are going on.
And I can imagine football's massive.
The team knows what they're offering. The team knows what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's the agent's job to drive the price up because the agent takes like 40% of the first year's contract or something ridiculous like that.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. So guys, appreciate you.
Ray,
Thanks for
thank
having
you
me.
so much.
I'll
Have a
come back
great
sometime. Let me know.
One time gaming.
Later, guys.
Later, brother. All right, everyone. That was This Is the Ray. I thought that, listen, we didn't talk about any entertainment or politics.
That's fine.
That was fucking fun.
It worked very well.
That was a really good time just hearing. I would love to have him back on and just do more story time about the skins.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I mean, I knew he liked sports, but I didn't expect him to be like that much into football. I'll come and talk to him about football every single time he's on. Exactly. I have no problem doing that.
Exactly. I want to hear more about RG3 and everything, like everything involved in that, because that sounds crazy and cool.
I want all the tea to be spilled on the show.
Don't ever fucking say that again.
You don't want to talk about spilling the tea, Dave?
Don't ever fucking say that again.
So, Dave, what else do you have on the docket for us?
Well, the first thing that I was sharing.
Yes.
First thing that I was sharing is something that you probably know a little bit about, but it is gaming involved. It is High Guard.
I heard about this, and I heard that their drop off. What the fuck? They're at
Look,
12K
this-
right now.
Yes, it was at 97 just a couple days ago.
So how much is
2
Jeff
p.m.
Keighley not getting paid for this now?
That's the thing. Like, Doug, I don't know what the hell happened with this game.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. So I was listening to Side Scrollers, and it was Blabs, it was Leaflet and Craig. And I know the day before they were all talking about playing it. Melee K was on, and Craig went to go play with Melee Games, James and K. Blabs played, they all played on their own. And to a fucking T, they just said the game was incredibly bland.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
That, like, it's disappointing considering the Apex guys were involved. And the fucked up part is, Dave, go check the Steam chart for Apex. Apex is still around 30, 40K. And the same people that worked on Apex are here. And I just heard that it was incredibly forgettable. The characters weren't great. There's a muscle mommy there that's kind of a dude. It's a dude and it's supposed to be a chick. Like, and I just heard it was really boring. The maps, Blab said the maps are massive. I mean, it's shit. Yeah, look at it.
53 right now.
Playing right now.
It's actually a rather consistent player base.
Yeah,
Very consistent player base.
So for a game that's been out, how many years has Apex been out now?
Oh, I don't know.
It's been forever, and I know they just did. I think a few months ago or a month ago, they did a patch because they're still trying to do things. But this is a game that's been out for
released in 2020.
2020. This is a game that's been out for 6 years. They're still maintaining 53,000 players on a fucking Wednesday night.
Yeah.
That's awesome compared to a game that came out 2 days ago. Oh my God.
It's really rough. And really what it sounds like is the biggest issue is that it's trying to do too much. Trying to do way too much, and it didn't have an actual objective.
Yeah.
So there's just nothing to it that brings people back.
This is High Guard, Nate.
This is High Guard. So this game, the reason why this is a free-to-play game, the reason why this game got a lot of attention was because at the Video Game Awards, the last spot that was the last announcement of the Video Game Awards that Jeff Keighley was very excited about ended up being this game. Now, there's some background stuff to this that it wasn't supposed to be that. They wanted to stealth drop this game, but for whatever reason, it ended up being the last spot. And
it was free.
Yes. Well, it still is free. But
no, I mean, the spot was free.
Yes.
Jeff didn't charge them, but he's charging everyone else $1 million for those spots.
So it being the last trailer seen at the Video Game Awards brought a lot of scrutiny to it. And once it came out, people tried it. No one liked it. Pretty much no one liked it.
And obviously, a lot of people went in open-minded because 97,000 on their peak, that's a great peak to come out and start, right? Like starting at 97K, you would expect. And I remember, again, when it came out, when Blabs and Craig signed off, it was at like 95K. And I remember Craig specifically going, oh, this is probably going to get to about 150K overnight.
It didn't.
That's when I last listened, they were at 17. Now they're at 12. Oh my God. Go check Expedition 33. I'm curious what Expedition 33 looks like.
Let me see.
Because that's a game of the year. I'm expecting, again.
Funny enough, 12K. It's actually doing very well.
Very well. Like
it's a game that's not supposed to just retain people. This is a game that might have some replayability, but it doesn't retain people.
And the thing is, it's free to play. High Guard's free to play in live service. No one's interested in your live service game. It's already dead. That game's fucked. There is no chance at resurgence for that game unless they have like a mega patch.
It would have to undergo the No Man's Sky treatment that the devs did for No Man's Sky, where they said, they're kind of like, okay, we fucked up. We need to figure out how to fix this, and we're going to fix this. Because everything, I haven't played it yet, but for everything from No Man's Sky, people have said they have fixed this game. They've given us what we're promised. It's actually incredible now. And that's awesome. Like, that's a story. That's a good video game story.
It's not a story I want to see a lot, though. I don't want you to sell me a shit game and then go fix it.
Yes.
But
at least this is free. they can fix it still.
They could fix it. The thing with High Guard 2 is it's like, this isn't about DEI. It's not about woke. They just made a fucking terrible game. And I think that's even the worst part, right? Like if it was being ripped to shreds because there was a whole bunch of woke shit in, okay, whatever. But this is just bad.
Yeah,
Like-
and at the best, it's middling and it's oversaturated market.
That might be the
there's
worst being
a
middling.
lot of other games to play.
Yes.
There's just so many other games that are either free to play or just not a lot of money that people would much rather play. So they're not going to keep playing this if they don't want to. They're not stuck, going and fucking buying a game at a Blockbuster and having it for the weekend. That's not what the era is anymore.
Nate saying, have you played Battlefield 6? Battlefield is back, baby. I haven't
haven't
played
it. I've seen gameplay of it. It does look like old school Battlefield, like actually good Battlefield. So
Nate, I'm a gamer by extension. I don't play anything. I just pay attention.
at some point I'll jump onto that. But
did you see? I think Call of Duty's doing like a realism mode.
No, I didn't see
They're
that.
apparently gonna flirt with like a realism mode where like if you get hit in the head, you're dead. If you like on the spot, like, there's no
Hardcore was kind of like that anyway.
If you get hit in like the shoulder, like it doesn't recover fast. Like you're fucked. Like
Hardcore
not
was
moving as well.
kind of like that. I used to in Black Ops 3, I used to run around with a pistol in Hardcore.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to kind of bring that back. 'Cause I think people liked it. Like there's a group of people that do like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, for like Call of Duty, I loved gun game, but I don't know. I might be in an outlier there.
No, a
That
lot
was
of people,
my favorite.
a lot of my
That was
friends
my-
enjoyed gun
That
game.
was my favorite game mode.
You had to be for when
And
we were
zombies.
playing. You had to be in a mood, and like you'd have people be like, "Gun game." Be like, I don't want to fucking play gun game. Gun
Yeah,
game.
I
Like
love gun
you were that person that
that's-
was always yelling for gun game.
But speaking of realism, Christopher Nolan has a lot of realism in the Odyssey.
How
he
is
did
Jeremy
want to ground
defending
me.
this one?
What?
How is Jeremy defending this one?
He's not. Well, the thing is, as a movie, it might still be really fucking good. To be quite honest with you, as a movie, it still might be good, but the casting is absolutely awful.
See, I have warned about this since we heard about it. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it can be good because again, this is the quintessential epic story.
Yeah.
It's been told so many times that if you don't get this perfect,
Yes.
it's going to look like shit compared to a lot of others.
Have you seen Oppenheimer?
I didn't.
Yes. So, but you've seen other Nolan films.
Yeah, I like Nolan. I'm not a fan.
Yes,
Listen,
that's the thing.
I reported the other night that when Snyder comes back, he wants to bring Nolan involved in a lot of the DC stuff. Like, him and Nolan are going to basically be a package deal if they come back to DC.
I doubt that's going to happen. But
Well, no, because Christopher Nolan already said like he won't direct, but he will
No,
help produce.
that whole DC stuff, I don't know what's going to go on with DC. Either way, but
Hey, listen, hold on, real quick. If fucking Zack Snyder can come back and give me Affleck and Batman Returns, I might be happy. That's because it's also going to spin off.
I don't know if I trust Snyder. With
Listen,
anything.
if what they're saying is true, that they want to bring an adult Robin who then becomes Nightwing, and then then the Terry McGinnis line comes in with Affleck,
I still
I fuck with it.
but I still don't trust Snyder.
I
Anyway,
trust none of them, but still, I'd give it a shot.
well, that's the thing though. I trust Nolan more to deliver a good movie though. That's what I'm saying about this. Because like I watched Oppenheimer. I think Oppenheimer is fan-fucking-tastic. I thought it was a great movie. I disagree a bit there. I don't know if it was just okay, but
Nate saying I forgot he was doing the Odyssey.
yeah. But just I don't know. For Nolan, I can still see him pumping out a good movie for the Odyssey. But maybe it's not what the Odyssey deserves, the type of masterpiece it deserves. Plus, the casting is just awful.
The casting
there is no defending the casting. I think everyone understands that.
Here's the thing.
Casting.
If he does what Nolan does and makes a realism out of the Odyssey, I don't care how cinematography it looks. It's going to be a fucking bad movie. Okay. It could be a good Nolan movie, but it's not going to be the Odyssey. And the bottom line is you can make a good movie that's not the story and nobody should give a fuck. Right? You're calling it the Odyssey. It's a story of Odysseus coming back from the Trojan War and his wife being courted by all of his favorites.
I think it's going to include some of the Iliad in it as well.
It should, and it's going to. I'm just don't want to have that much. I know Achilles is going to be in there and things like that. So you're going to have to include part of the Iliad, right? But again, it's I don't know. I'm not sold on Nolan being the guy because part of the fun part of the Odyssey is the fantastical stuff.
Yes.
And Nolan is too much of a boob to do anything fantastical. The guy sniffs his own farts. We know that.
No, yeah, but that's the thing though. I'm not saying I'm not overly hyped to go see it. I'm probably gonna wait to hear what people think first before I give it a try. But I just wouldn't be surprised if it is still a good movie with all the bad casting choices.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's good, but it's not going to be the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I'm convinced we're
I
not going to
think
get the Odyssey. We're going to get a good movie that just looks like a grounded Roman epic.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. Caveat saying no Snyder. I completely agree. Never trust DC. Just hope it's good, says Nate. Caveat saying Crimson Titan CEO is a Snyder bro, though.
I know he is. We got to have the Crimson Titan CEO on.
I what can we?
Well, yeah, that's Caveat's group.
Oh shit!
That's from his comics.
Yeah.
So
what was I going to say? So after that, I was keeping the entertainment.
yeah, let's keep rolling with that for now.
So a movie that I am slightly interested in after seeing the trailer. I don't know if you saw the trailer for this. The Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Saw the trailer. And they have named it terribly because it should be called Super Mario 2 Meets Odyssey, okay?
Yeah,
there's so little from Galaxy in the second trailer.
Rosalina's in it.
That's not it, it's Rosalina. Everything else is Odyssey and 2 and a little bit of World.
I know. It's a really... So what I think what's very obvious is that Nintendo is not going to go game for game for game.
They're smorgasbording, 100%.
Yes, like this is a combination of things, and because of how vast it's going to be, they just called it Galaxy. That seems to be very obvious.
Yeah, and they put a bunch together, and so I was actually talking to one of my students today that I was teaching, and he brought up a good concern that Rosalia kind of looks like she's girl bossing as well a little, right?
Yes.
What are they going to do when they bring in Daisy, who's the actual tomboy of the whole group? Who's the actual rough and tumble one that's the fighter out of the three?
Well, it's gonna be really interesting bringing Daisy in anyway, because that's a whole other kingdom.
Well, the next movie we're probably gonna get Wario, Waluigi, and Daisy as our big three.
Yes. It, like something's gonna happen with Sarasa Land and her and all that stuff.
And kind of the Koopa kids, like the 7 Koopas, like how are they gonna bring them in ever?
I don't know if we'll ever get.
Probably it's a lot. The thing is, you don't want to overcrowd it either.
Yeah, but I just don't know if we'll ever actually get the Koopa kids.
I enjoyed the first one too a lot. I'm hyped. I think this movie's going to make $2 billion. I really think it's going to get. I think we're going to get $1 billion in America alone.
I wouldn't say the first one is good as a movie in and of itself, but what it gave to Mario fans, just the world itself, felt like.
What did you dislike about the first movie outside of Seth Rogen being a fucking dumbass with Donkey Kong?
The narrative just wasn't entirely fantastic. Mario doesn't really do anything. Everything is taught to him by Peach. There's just a lot to it that wasn't entirely like as a movie in and of itself wasn't very.
I think Peach was the most out of character. In terms of out of character, Peach was most out of character. Everyone was kind of, I think, fine though, because Mario is a novice in the beginning. He's just figuring it the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's fine. But I don't know. There's, like I said, just the movie in and of itself for me wasn't like this fantastic movie or anything like that. Like, I probably prefer Sonic a little bit more.
Oh, the 3 Sonic movies are significantly better if you're going by
I like the movie.
Keeping it as a movie, but even though the first Sonic wasn't amazing, it was great. 2 and 3 are much better than the first one.
Yeah, I actually need to see 2 and 3. I also think Jim Carrey does a fantastic job as Eggman, even though he's not even essentially Eggman. Just the way he brings out the character, it's just like, okay, I like
the way he brings out the character. And I'll be excited because I'm assuming in 4, we're more than likely going to get Silver.
Yes.
And I want Silver. I want Silver. If you're going to go big name, I really think Timothée Chalamet would be a good voice for Silver.
That's if he wants to do it.
If he wants to, or you just go no name, because you don't need a big name for Silver. You already have Keanu. You already have established a Sonic character and everything. Like, you don't need another big name.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be good. Caveat Ty saying, I want the Zelda movie to be good. I think if Link talks, it's the worst movie of all time. That's all I got.
I don't know about that. I think just based off the casting for it,
Link talks,
I think it has a chance to be good.
Here's the thing. We've talked about this. I don't want to go overboard with it.
We'll just say the same thing again.
We'll say the same thing. It's just the bottom line is, if I see Sheik in this first movie, I'm pissed, right? Like, I want this to be, she gets, Ganondorf steals her. We see her in the beginning. She gets taken. Link goes to fucking find, right? And at the end, then maybe you could fuck around with whether we're going to go with a Zelda movie where she comes out or a Ganondorf movie. Like, figure out where you want to go. Because I know they want to make one of each, right? If Link speaks and if it's not all about him, fuck the first movie. He can't speak.
Yeah, possibly. Like I said, it's
he can't.
I'm interested to see what they do in general with that movie. Also, caveat saying first Mario movie they took out of theaters while it was still making money. That is true.
That is true. They did do that.
But we went over this on one of our other shows. Nintendo does have a full movie plan. Like they're in the business.
Why are they live actioning Zelda? If they're gonna make this universe,
I'm fine with it.
Are you gonna fucking Roger Rabbit this?
For me, possibly. But for me, Zelda is one of the ones where live action is perfectly fine with me.
Do we need live action Metroid?
Yes, you could 100% do a live action Metroid. I actually think it will work really well as a live action movie.
Do they just remake Alien frame by frame? and just put Samus in the suit instead.
He is like a straight up bounty hunter. No, but
it's based off that though.
Yeah, I know.
That's why fucking Ridley's named Ridley. Okay.
Yeah. But like, just with some of the properties, you 100%, you can make a live action, make it really good.
It's interesting, like, because if you're going with Super Smash, right? Like, they can already rope in Pikachu because they did Detective Pikachu. So Pikachu's done. Jigglypuff is done. Like, you have them. You now have Mario. You have Yoshi in this movie. They got to do an animated Kirby. They got to.
That's if they're going for Smash, right?
Apparently, that's been the rumor from the get-go.
Yes, but that's it. That's if they actually want to do that. They could be thinking of something else entirely.
Live action could be Lord of the Rings cool if they did it right.
Yes.
Yes and no, because there's going to be no great major battle. It's going to all be, it's an adventure of Link. And it's going to be, how much importance are they going to put on the sword, right?
Could make a great major battle in the world of Legend of Zelda, though. You really could. With
the Hyrule Warriors exist, right?
Well, yeah, but with all just the different species, all the different things that Link interacts with, like you really could just do so much in that world.
We could say the same thing for Final Fantasy, right? If they made a legit Final Fantasy game, movie series,
but Final Fantasy isn't. Those are all different stories being told. When it comes to Legend of Zelda, there is they didn't expect this from the beginning, but there is a thread between all of them.
It's about as threaded as fucking Kingdom Hearts, okay? Like you can't.
But they are the same thing every time.
They are.
It is Link, Zelda, and Ganon. It is the same thing every time. Final Fantasy was a last ditch effort, and that's why it's called that for every edition of it.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Nate's saying I'm waiting for a Kirby movie. I mean, if Kirby just doesn't eat God at the end, then it's useless as well. So there's certain criteria.
Right? Kirby, that's the one you keep animated. That's the one that maybe looks more like a Mario movie or something else.
And I'm trying to think like Earthbound. If you do an Earthbound, you want to make that animated, right? If you do
Star Fox looks
you do Kid Icarus. Is Kid Icarus animated or you make Kid Icarus live action?
That's a thing, right? In it, yet again, depends on how much they really want to go into the Smash territory, how many of their IPs are actually going to turn into movies. I don't know if they're going to do a Kid Icarus movie.
Dude,
I really
don't. Would be so fucking good. Pitt's such a great character.
But how many people actually know of that IP? Genuine.
What is the thing?
Outside of knowing Smash.
Probably
how many people actually care? That's the thing. Like even Metroid is actually
and even Star Fox now.
But I bring up Metroid because I think Metroid can make a fantastic movie. But even then, a lot of people don't really care that much about Samus or Metroid.
It would be fun if you made Metroid in just Prime style. Like you're just the whole movie is through Samus's vision.
Like Hardcore Henry.
Just like Hardcore Henry.
I don't know if they would do that. I don't think they would do that at all, actually.
No, probably not. But
yes,
I get my
And,
retarded ideas. Leave me alone.
and I did want to go over a couple other things.
Yeah, let's go for it.
One I want to talk about, even though I don't have anything to bring up for it, unfortunately. But I was listening to Friday Night Tights, the most recent. Robert Meyer Burnett was on. He is very, very adamant about how he feels about Avengers Doomsday coming out.
Okay.
Apparently, he knows a lot about what's going to happen in the movie. He didn't bring up a lot, like, he didn't feel it because he can't.
No,
But he seems to be very excited for it, and he says to give it a chance. And I'm very, because while I can disagree with him on movie takes and shit like that, he's still someone I respect as someone
absolutely
who knows what he's looking at. So I am interested now to see what is it that they're going to do in this movie that's going to work out. Not only because they could do fantastical things, right? Because it's going to be Doom killing everything.
that's all it should be.
But how is it going to be made into a good movie altogether? That's my thing.
If it doesn't come down to the originals standing up against Doom, then it's useless.
And I don't know if it'll. Well, the thing is, because this is going to be basically, at least from how I'm reading it, because they have Secret Wars planned after this.
Yeah.
This is basically going to be Infinity War where Doom wins. Doom is just going to win this movie. That's all it's going to be. He's going to win, and there's probably going to be people left over licking their wounds and leading up to Secret Wars and eventually beating Doom.
Which part of me has a problem with, right? Because you're bringing in Doom as this big bad. Unless you're a giant comic book nerd, you have no idea why Doom is so powerful. They cannot possibly explain what made Doom Doom because you fucked up the Fantastic Four.
Especially Tony Stark Doom, because this is, at least that's what it seems like they're doing. It's not like Victor Von. This is like Tony Stark Doom.
It's not Victor Von Doom. It's not the fucking King of Latveria. It's not gonna have the Doom bots. It's not gonna be
that's the thing. I'm not entirely certain about all of the other, like the Doom bots, and I'm not entirely certain about all of that, but it just doesn't seem to be, because it's RDJ, and it seems like they are playing as the Tony Stark Doom. But they could still merge it to have everything else that Doom would normally have.
But that's so gay. That is so gay.
Yeah. But with Infinity War, they had the buildup of Thanos.
With RDJ, don't they have to do Infamous Iron Man? Be nice, right? You think so?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know everything that they're going to do. But from just from the way Robert Meyer Burnett was so adamant about being like kind of like a give this a chance thing, like he literally said he compared this. What comic was it? Oh my god, you have to go watch the FNT episode.
Honestly,
hold up. He said, I can't remember what comic run it was, but he said he was going on a date with a girl. He said he's still friends with her. Actually, he was going on a date with a girl. This comic had come out, and he literally said to her, "Can you give me 30 minutes to read this comic before we go? Because otherwise, it'll be on my mind the rest of the night, and I won't be able to pay attention." He said she was so nice that she gave him the time. She's like, "Do it." He said he's comparing it to that kind of excitement, to that kind of hopefulness. He's like, that's the way.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying for you to get your hopes up. But my wonder is there a possibility that this is actually good? I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it at all. But it's just interested me to see someone that adamant about it.
One of the few Marvel trades I own, such a good arc. I mean, it's again, it's gonna be difficult because there's a lot of mouths to feed. I'm happy Ruffalo's not there. I hope they bring Edward Norton back. But here's the one thing that I want to see, regardless of what happens now, regardless of what happens in Secret Wars. Are they going to have the balls to recast? If you can't recast, scrap it. Because you're going to have to recast Iron Man. Stop with the Ironheart shit. Robert Downey Jr. is getting old. Recast him. Recast. These people are not the characters. The characters exist. Like, we debate on who's the best Batman, but that's because there's been a really good group of guys that have had played Batman, right? Superman, we debate, right? No one's been able to live up to Christopher Reeve. And here's the thing. We may say No one's going to live up to RDJ. No one can live up to Chris Evans. But at least let people fucking try.
Mhm.
That's what I want, because Captain America is Captain America. Steve Rogers is Steve Rogers. It's not Chris Evans. Robert Downey Jr. is not Iron Man. Iron Man is Iron Man. I don't give, if the guy comes in and plays it a little bit different, but it still feels like Iron Man, I don't give a fuck about RDJ. That's my current Iron Man. I might not like him as much, but as long as he does the role, I'm good. Like with Spider-Man, right? We debate, everyone has their favorite, but Tom Holland's a good Spider-Man. And I'm happy with him as Spider-Man. I think he does a really good job. So recast fucking drives me crazy that they're just sitting there so scared to recast anybody. It drives me fucking nuts. Just recast people. Stop trying to age with them. Tell stories about them. They should never fucking age.
Well, this is also they were just pushing into the newer Marvel comic runs, and that's also why they did that.
Gay, but like these characters don't have to age. You don't have to make them get old. Just recast them. Nate G's right. Nick Cage is the best Superman. He certainly fucking is.
Did you see that? Did you see that
in the Flash, right?
No. Well, no, they did have that in there, but did you see his behind the scenes stuff when he was going for the role?
No.
No, you never saw that?
No.
It was leaked a little bit ago.
Was he great?
Find it.
I mean, Nick Cage is great in everything. Even when he's bad, he's awesome.
I need to see. I don't know if I can find it. Well, here's a picture of him, I guess.
Grant Gustin is Flash. He is. But real quick, Dave, though. So I talked about how the Dragon Ball announcements the other day.
Yes.
I didn't realize. Oh, that's fucking awesome. He would have been a great Soups.
It's actually not. It doesn't look bad, actually.
He would have been an awesome Soups. A little different with the long hair. We would have to get used to that. He honestly, though, I think at that time he would have been a great Superboy.
Possibly.
It
was also the 90s. It was also the 90s, so almost long hair Superman might have cut it in the 90s.
It could have worked. But no, Dave, what I didn't realize is I thought they were only just going to go back and redo Beerus. They're redoing all of Super.
Oh, they are?
All of Super. Beerus. And they're
didn't
making it manga faithful.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize they were redoing all of it.
It's going to be Toya Toro Super leading into the Galactic Patrol and Mora arc.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
That's so fucking excited.
That's really good because the manga is very different than the anime, especially Tournament of Power wise.
So they're going to do 6 episodes for Beerus, which is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. It's going to do like a 6-episode Beerus, which is great because there's enough time to flesh out. Apparently, they might include Super Saiyan 4 in this now because a Super Saiyan 4 is official with Daima.
Yeah.
So we might get a comment from Beerus like when he goes 4, like close but not enough type of thing, which will now confirm the strength level, right? 4 is not as strong as God. Like
it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. And Daima proves it, right? Because there's no need to go to God if 4 is that strong, right?
Yeah.
So apparently that's a thing. But then they're going to redo Resurrection F and make up for everything they fucked up. But they're going to go manga faithful. So I'm excited to see Gohan fucking beat Kefla. Like, finally give him his due. And I'm excited to see the humans get the fuck out quickly.
Yeah.
Like I found out it's going to be all of Super. They are retconning the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't know they were retconning the whole thing. I thought it was just Moro.
No, it's going to. They're starting with Beerus. They're redoing Super, making it more manga faithful, and then they're getting into Galactic Patrol Moro, and they're going to do the Granola arc. The
That's awesome.
Strongest. And then they're going to continue with Black Frieza.
Yes, I need to catch up. By the way,
oh no, it's gonna be amazing. And the thing is, too, I know Toya Toro is really having control, but what they fail to mention too is Sasuke Toriyama is directly involved as well because Superhero is his baby.
Yeah,
and he's a massive Gohan fan, which makes me happy. And I think the whole point and the goal is, I know Toya Toro is a big Gohan fan too. He loves Piccolo.
Still gonna get the cuck chair.
Well, what's gonna happen is, I think they're going to finally do what Akira Toriyama couldn't, make Gohan the main leader and end it.
Nope. They're gonna give him the cuck chair again.
No. Yeah. No cuck chair. Stop it. Here's the thing. All they need to do is, the way they need to end it is eventually Goku does become an angel. Vegeta does become the destroyer, and Vegeta always has to listen to Goku. He's his guardian angel. And then they just argue all fucking day. They train and they fight and they argue.
Yeah, probably.
And they're the ones watching over Universe 7.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense.
Where
It-
Gohan is the strongest in the universe, and he is the mortal guardian. Piccolo's the demon realm guardian eventually, and those two guard the heavens.
Yeah. Wait, and I'm fine with that ending, but another part of me would have also been perfectly fine with like around kind of how Z would have ended with Goku being gone. And you know, it's
Goku being a scumbag though is not great.
I know,
Okay.
but I'm just saying, like,
GT had a better ending. Okay,
yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
no, I don't know. I don't know if Goku telling his family to fuck off because I'm gonna go train a little Indian boy is not the best.
No,
ending,
I mean, like Goku. I mean, like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was thinking more like Goku dying and stuff like that.
No, GT when he goes off with the dragon and he just becomes one with the Dragon Balls. That's fine. That's one of the saddest. The best part about GT was the ending. It's the best ending Dragon Ball's ever had. He just fucking leaves with the dragon and becomes one with the Dragon Balls and the dragon, and he's done. His spirit lives on. That's it. That ending brought a tear to my eye. GT was terrible, but I would love for them to retcon GT right after.
They don't really need to. The only thing, the only thing that I really cared about with GT was the baby arc, because baby was cool.
And the thing is with baby was just like the Special Olympics winner, right? Because he's a mid Z villain, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not a great Z villain.
Fucking dude, Vegeta needing to use goddamn science to we don't talk about
he would have never.
We don't talk about GT. Instead,
but then on top of that too, it's like they fumbled. The dragons were a cool concept, but they fucking fumbled it.
Oh man,
because they made too many retarded dragons.
Yeah. Instead, we're going to talk about a little bit of politics. I'm just going to
go straight.
Was
really boring.
Yeah. I'm just going to go straight to Elon Omar stuff because this is
Elon Omar.
This is the only stuff I necessarily care about.
Listen, the thing with Elon Omar. My first reaction was that's fucked up. Shouldn't happen. The more I watch it, fucking A, she staged this. She's such a terrible person.
So you wanted to show this first.
Yeah. So
the TikTok the other day. When was this? 2 days ago, January 26th. Yep. Meet Melinda, healthcare worker at VCU. She posted a series of videos encouraging people to inject ICE agents with something, a temporary paralysis drug, and spray poison on them. She also encourages women to go on dates with agents and drug their food. Any comment, VCU? So, how long? 2 minutes.
We can watch the beginning. I think the beginning is when she talks about the syringe.
I thought of something good. I think it's something weird spot. Sabotage tactic, or at least scare tactic. All the medical providers, grab some syringes with needles on the end. Have them full of saline or succinylcholine, whatever. That will probably be a deterrent.
So, I thought that was a perfect face to pause on. So, you wanted to show that because, like you said, now I didn't realize this was syringe. You said this is syringe the guy was using in this.
Oh, you're using the second angle here?
Yes.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. I don't.
Now, it's just such a weird attack.
If you go to a different angle, you can clearly see it's a syringe.
Yes.
But
let me find the other angle.
Yeah, you can clearly see, but it's like nothing about her reaction seems real. Like, here's the thing. I can give her a little bit of the momentary, like, what the fuck, right? I feel like everyone at that moment will be like, what's happening? But then to immediately just stop and stare. Not wipe yourself off, not rip the shirt off, not go, what did he fucking spray on me? Like, we just sprayed a substance on you out of a syringe. Don't you think you would panic? I'd fucking panic. So this is a different angle here.
I don't like this name. Squirty Omar Smollett. She's a tough girl, boss. Speaking of little Indian boys,
Nate.
Impeachment.
Like,
I don't know.
It's so fucking weird. And you know, some people are saying like, look, just this is obviously an attack, so the feds step in, get all of his information, all that stuff. We'll find out.
Oh, hold on, real quick. I don't know how true this is. Let me see. I saw it on Facebook, which is terrible to share with, but I tried to find it somewhere else and I couldn't find
Good
it.
job. Good job, Facebook, where everything we know is true.
No, but this is from Terrence Williams. No, this is from
where
Terrence
it's
Williams.
AI
Terrence Williams is the
all
man.
over the fucking place on Facebook.
No, but this is from Terrence Williams. I trust Terrence. I like Terrence. Terrence is a good dude. Let's see.
Yeah.
Where the fuck?
Yeah, but you don't know if he wants to share AI slop as well. Look, Facebook is the place for AI slop.
No, but
That's
Terrence is
where you throw
pretty.
It's just where you throw it. That's where it goes.
Your
You put,
AI
you
slop.
put
Shut
the
the fuck up.
beacons, you put the braking, and you put some AI there. And everyone will click into it because they're all boomers that go on Facebook. So they're like, oh, I believe this.
Leave us boomers alone, okay? Oh,
Stop
so
sharing.
this is the post. Let me share this, Dave.
Okay. Share it.
So I'm gonna go on the share screen. Boom. 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 Can you see that? Okay. So Terrence says, well, narrative isn't adding up. The accused Ilhan Omar sprayer doesn't look like a MAGA villain. People rush to label him as this feels manufactured. So when we zoom in,
I did see this.
look at the fucking people this dude's hanging around with.
I did see this. Now,
Like, it could
I
be
believe
a
that's his son
child.
and daughter.
Yeah, it could be a child.
I believe that's a son and daughter. And what could be true is that this guy's son and daughter did go to leftism, and he's very unhappy about it. That's the thing, right?
It could be, but I just
we're
wanted
not
to use this to look at it.
Yeah, we're not certain on this stuff.
No,
'Cause
we're
it
not
very-
certain,
it
but
very, it very well could be real. Very well. Said he was on medication for prior accident. Yeah, I did see that as well. That
yeah.
he said he was going to the Omar thing and that he might get arrested. I saw that as well. And like I said, this very well could be real. So I agree with the sentiment of the feds, just crack down on it,
Investigate.
like, any
Absolutely.
fucking attack, and make sure the guy's arrested and find out everything about him. It looks incredibly fucking fake, but it very well could be real.
And the thing is, if it is real, don't look at this guy. He went
Yeah.
after a public official.
Yeah.
We should protect our public officials. Every fucking security guard there should be fired, though, and never work
Yeah.
in security again. Because, number one, how do you not? Ilhan Omar is there. She is a federal representative in the House of Representatives. How are you not patting everybody down very discreet, like hardcore? We want to protect these people as much as they're fucking shitheads. They are representatives. So a syringe shouldn't have got there. Number one. Number two, why are they not hawking? And number three, why is she allowed to speak after fucking an unknown substance is sprayed on her anymore?
the whole thing doesn't add up as a real.
She doesn't go to the hospital. She doesn't take her clothes off. She gets hugged by people. Like,
Yeah, especially the
what?
timing of this, just after all that stuff about her winery.
The
and
same
investigations
day.
being opened up at her. So, like I said, all of it seems extraordinarily fake. But go through the obvious procedure you need to go through. There's no
Go
reason
through the
not.
procedure and find out how much Tim Waltz paid this guy to. If this guy ever served on fucking Tim Waltz's behest, because it seems like everyone in Minnesota fucking that does something scummy served Tim Waltz in some way.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing, it's fake. Okay. We can give the benefit of the doubt. We can give the benefit of the doubt if we want. We could do the whole entire blah, blah. It's fake. Okay. Ilhan Omar set this up. She paid
That's
this
very
dude.
much what it seems like.
Yeah, she paid this dude. This dude's not going to actually go to jail. Nothing's
the
going to
thing.
happen to this guy.
That's the thing. If yes, the caveat saying, whoops, he just happened to be in the front row. Why is the camera perfectly aimed at him? And I didn't pull that up, but there is a shot literally where you see this guy fucking closing his water bottle, looking all disheveled and everything. It's really weird.
Well, on top
Nate
of
saying
that,
everything in Minnesota is fake and gay. Also very true.
well, I was watching Cobra Cast, and Jeremy was really
Prime
keying in.
Jer. Prime Jer.
Prime Jer. And they noticed, and Chad even pointed out, she quite literally looks up at the guy, gives a quick nod,
Yeah.
looks down,
Yeah.
pauses,
Yeah.
and then the guy does his thing. It looks like it was okay, go. Maybe we're all wrong. Maybe we're all a bunch of conspiracy theorists. But at the same time, Ilhan Omar is a fucking liar who married her fucking brother and talks about racism, but marries a white dude, is a fucking fraudster. Like, she's a terrible human.
Well, I
Works
mean,
with care.
That's always how it works, though, right? Like, no matter what, whether you're someone who is
Rollin, it's unfortunate that your sister, according to Nate, is fake and gay.
It's either you're a chick that hates white people but always dates a white guy, or you're
Listen,
a
Iowa.
white guy who's a white nationalist that always has like an Asian or Latino girlfriend or
Oh
wife.
my God, the white nationalists always.
That's how it always works.
Yeah, my
That's
God.
how it always works. It's actually perfect. I love it.
Caveat, thanks for giving me the whole rundown of where the family is.
Yeah, really. Don't be toxic.
I'm in New York. David's in West Virginia. My sister is in New Jersey. But yeah, no, it's this looks fake. If it's not, the guy should go to jail forever. No representative should be getting attacked.
Yeah.
But you also shouldn't be setting up your own attacks. And the thing is, I find it fishy that a syringe was used the day after a nurse says we should be using syringes. Because here's the bottom line. Ilhan Omar, even though she's 50, she tries to be hip. And I guarantee her staff is all in touch with these leftists and all of our right-leaning popular channels. Like, they definitely look at Libs of TikTok all the time because they all hate Chaya. I'm pretty sure they probably saw this and were like, why don't we do that? That would be cool. Because they're a bunch of fucking losers that can't meme.
Also, and that could be a possibility. I just also think that
Technically, it's pretty much the Twin Cities that is faking.
I did also find this. I thought this was very funny on Twitter. There I am. So this came out on Twitter. It looks like Dr. Oz blew the lid off nearly $30 billion in alleged fraud in Los Angeles with major ties to Armenian diaspora networks, which is cool. I didn't actually watch the video, but the reason
this is fake. It's not Somalian.
No, well, hold up. The reason why I find it funny, Armenian being number one, and Dr. Oz, he's a Turk.
Yep.
Turk immediately persecuting Armenians is taking his power over them. I don't know if you know this video where this beaver has just been like grown up in a home, but he's a fucking beaver. He wants to build dams.
He just creates dams. The beaver's an asshole. Look at that beaver.
This Turk's immediately persecuting him. It's in the blood. That's what you do.
Dude, that beaver's awesome. I want a beaver. Take all my kids' toys. Fuck my kids.
but I saw this and I was like, this is fucking fantastic. I love this.
Poor Dr. Oz. He's actually trying. Oh, that beaver's pissed. It's like, you didn't stay up there. But Dr. Oz is actually trying to do something and just fucking ripped.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just, look, some things are just in the blood, man. It doesn't go away. It just doesn't go away.
Nate saying he wants Rollin to prove that she's not a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton. Caveat saying she's on the other side of the state. I mean, maybe she's trying to run away from her true self. Enough about Rollin's sister. But yeah, no, it's so stupid. It's dumb, Dave. It's all dumb.
Yeah,
it's all fake and gay.
Everything.
Oh, speaking of fake and gay, you see the Senate fucking basically punted the SAVE Act. They added an amendment saying that it needs to be a photo ID. So now it needs to go back to the House.
Yeah, I did see
the
that.
House needs to vote on it, and then it needs to be. They just want to stonewall install. They just want to stonewall install.
Yes, which is not. It's not surprising. It's not surprising after all.
It's fucking terrible. Dave, what else you got? You got anything else?
No, I don't believe I do. Let me see in my bookmarks. I do not really believe I do. Let me check real quick. What do you have? You don't have anything?
I don't think I brought anything to the table. This is when you're on. I don't do anything, Dave.
Hold on. Let me.
I mean, I think I have some things bookmarked, but I don't think I.
Let me share this. You useless bitch.
It's your job.
Governor Walz. In addition to Governor Walz, Jacob Frey is now also raising money for his legal defense fund, which is very interesting. I mean, it could mean something. It could not mean something. To be quite honest, when you're in certain positions, you just raise money all the fucking time anyway.
Well, I mean, Ilhan Omar immediately started raising money after the fucking quote-unquote attack.
Well, yeah, but she also probably needed that because of all the stuff about her fraud coming out. So that's the thing. This, like I said, this could mean something. It could mean that they're actually going to really try going for them. I'm not entirely certain, but it's just they're putting it out to raise money. And like I said, politicians try to raise money all the time.
So I do have a few things that I found
Mhm.
right over here from End Wokeness. That here, let me share mine. Which one is it? There we go. So End Wokeness had this. MSNBC, well, MS Now, decided Alex Pretty is too ugly to be a martyr, so
I
they
did
used
see
AI to
that.
fix
I
him.
did see that.
And then here's the update.
Yeah.
They quietly deleted the AI image of Alex Pretty from the original link. And this is what you listen. RIP to the guy who was an asshole. And there's other footage that came out of him like kicking the light off of a fucking ICE SUV, Border Patrol SUV. Again, did the guy deserve to die? No, because I mean, the shot wasn't a great shot. But at the same time, the guy shouldn't have been there in the fucking first place. The protesting's retarded, but this is just fucking terrible. Kicking this guy in his down. Like, you're too fucking ugly, so we need to make you look like the all-American white boy with the tan.
Well, yeah, if you don't look good, how are people going to mourn you?
Like, we're gonna give you a little more muscles. His neck got thicker, his jaw got wider. Like, I mean, listen, again, I don't give a fuck about the guy, but this is fucked up. Like, I don't know. This is just mean.
Yeah, it's rough. Mean. It's pretty rough.
Like,
it's pretty fucking rough.
You don't just fucking, like, if you're trying to martyr the guy, you don't just fucking spit on him while he's on his grave. Like, you ugly fuck, we can't even use you. Like,
hey man, that's how it be. That's it. The world's cruel. The world is cruel.
Oh my god. So yeah, I don't think I have much more.
Well,
outside of
if you want to hear something from the VTuber world, which I thought was hilarious, but also kind of a bit creepy as well.
Sure.
Let me see if I could find it, just so I could show you. I'm definitely gonna be able to find this.
Well, I mean, the VTubing world is its own fucking place, man.
It's terrifying.
I saw, saying Andrew Wilson made it to Joe Rogan, couldn't believe it. Now he needs to get Sam High, getting Nick Rochfort.
Sam on Joe Rogan be very interesting.
Dude, Sam. I would love for Sam to threaten to kill Joe.
He's not Hassan.
Did you see Sean Strickland fucking threatened to basically told Joe to fuck off?
No, I didn't see that.
Well, because Joe has been wishy-washy on the ICE shit.
I know, yeah.
And Sean Strickland was like, dude, fuck you. This is what we voted for.
No,
like, go away.
This is expected from Joe Rogan. Like,
Joe Rogan's not on the right.
Yeah. But from Rock Solid, who is a pretty fun Twitter follow. Yeah. But just found out there's a website that tracks ovulation and menstrual cycles of female VTubers.
The fuck? Why are people so creepy?
So basically,
what Kirsch's? No, I'm kidding.
So basically, just from all like the quote tweets and shit I've seen of this, this is my some of this is my For You tab. So I just scroll and I see this shit. And so basically what it seems like is happening is anytime VTubers tweet about their tummy hurting or whatever like that, it gets logged and then they try to track things off of that. Basically, it's VTubers all just giving away too much, like most streamers do, which streamers should.
So here's the question: how have they mistaken Rev yet as a female VTuber?
I don't believe so,
because Rev has the female fucking.
I know. Do you know who Vidal is?
Yes. Yeah,
he's on here for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Could just be a meme.
Yeah, but this I saw this and I was like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. But it's also
fucking weird, man.
It's
people are weird.
Like this is just what you expect on the internet, though.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But yeah, man, I don't know. This world's fucking weird. The VTubing world is fucking weird, man.
Dude, it's insane.
It's end is near. Here's your sign. Yes, tracking ovulation cycles of fucking. Animated fucking pictures that talk online. When do we ovulate? I'm usually in the second week of the month, but sometimes it gets pushed back. It's weird. Fuck you, Ron.
I'm like a Ken doll.
You're fucking weird. You don't have a dick.
Yeah.
Oh man. But all right, outside of that, I don't got much more. We got our sports talk in, we got some entertainment, we got some politics.
I didn't
We got a
expect
full show, Dave.
it was a very welcoming thing, though. That was awesome.
Awesome. I didn't expect, like I said, I knew he liked sports. I knew he worked with the Redskins, but I didn't know just like that he was just like a football dude. Like I'll have him on if there's that like anything big in football. I would love to have him on like preseason just to talk some fucking football.
Yeah.
We found our football guy, Dave. We found him. We found him. All right. Outside of that, Dave, you don't have anything else?
Nope.
So everyone, we're getting out of here. We appreciate you all. Nate, Caveat, anyone that watched from Ray's channel, we appreciate it. Thank you to Ray for coming on. Definitely go and follow, like go from here now, because I'm actually probably going to go watch Ray a little bit. But go migrate, go follow Ray. He's an awesome dude, and you'll like the people that he surrounds himself with. Rumble. He's on side scrollers a good amount, and we're obviously big fans of Craig and what they do over there. So everyone go do that, and make sure if you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to us, follow us everywhere. Go find us on the socials at the Alex Cuesta Show, and we're getting out of here. So everyone, you don't get to see Dave. Oh, caveat ties, I forgot to ask about Criticalist. He probably knows Blaine. If he's in that circle, he more than likely knows Blaine. So I wouldn't be surprised if he already knows about Criticalist, but we can mention it next time. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We will talk to everyone later. So long, y'all.
See you.